Hi, my name is Giselle. I have type 1 diabetes. I love gymnastics and dance, and I'm 14.
It's nice to meet you, Giselle. I'm Kirstine Bell and I'm a researcher here at the Perkins Centre, and I work on research for type 1 diabetes.
Cool. Okay, I have some questions to ask you.
Great.
So how did you get involved with type 1 diabetes research?
I started working clinically as a dietitian and diabetes educator, but I found my passion in type 1 diabetes because I just want to help as many people as I can.
How has the JDRF CRN supported and advanced your career?
JDRF has been there for every step of my career. From when I first started, they supported me with travel grants and things to be able to present my research on the international stage, and now they fund my research so that I can run my own clinical trials.
Wow, yeah. What's the next big research breakthrough you're working on?
I'm hoping that we can establish a new national screening program for type 1 diabetes for all kids in Australia. And I'm hoping that will allow us to identify type 1 diabetes in the really early stages before kids get sick. And that might mean that one day we can actually prevent type 1 diabetes and needing insulin for all kids.
Yeah. What are you excited about in type 1 diabetes research?
I am excited that this is going to really change some lives. I think if we can implement a national screening program for type 1 diabetes, that could really change the lives of kids all over Australia. And I think, living with insulin therapy all the time, that must be really hard.
Yeah.
And so if we can intervene early and mean that kids don't need insulin therapy, I think that would really make a big difference.
Cool. How will your type 1 diabetes research help me?
I'm hoping this is going to help kids like you all over Australia. So I know you've already needing insulin therapy, but I'm hoping that for kids in the future, they won't need to progress to needing insulin. But I'm also hoping if you decide to have kids one day and maybe your kids start showing signs of developing type 1, we can also intervene early.
Will you and your research colleagues one day be able to prevent or cure type 1 diabetes?
That's certainly what we hope for, and we're all working really hard towards it.
Why should the federal government continue to support JDRF CRN?
I think because research is the key. The only way that we're going to be able to make a big difference in the lives of people with type 1 diabetes is through research.
Yeah. If you had one message to the federal government, what would it be?
I think it's the Australian government has the power to make this happen. We need their investment in type 1 diabetes research so that we can change lives all over Australia.